Hey guys, it's John, and I know that most of you really wanted to know where have I been in the last 3 years, and you guys want to know where are all my videos, what happened to my social media, and why haven't I even posted anything? Well, I wanted to explain to you guys every detail what's going on, and it's really hard to explain because I've been so much throughout the last few years. I've been going through a lot with some bad decisions I made, something around through my past, family drama, and especially a lot of stuff. And I even found something that I really want to do. The reason why I want to get back on YouTube again. You see, it all started back in 2022 when came back all the way from my trip with my family on a road trip to El Salvador. Everything was fine, and I just always have normal time in my job and with my family at my house. Everything was okay until everything had changed and I went downhill when someone in my Instagram page is trying to extort me, and I've been going into so much, like someone trying to go for money and trying to find me. I sent money and I made a bad decision. I only sent $500, and I was thinking of like taking my own life, but it didn't work. And I've been going through so much with depression, so much with a lot of stuff around my head, couldn't sleep, and couldn't think about anything. And I told my family about it, and then they say that was like the worst thing I've done, and I told the police about it, and then the worst thing, they told me I was like a bad influence. The only thing is I just didn't know who to know. I guess I didn't even know that someone thought they were good with me, but then they just trying to take advantage of ruining my life. And it felt like I was going to take my own life, and it didn't work. And one of the most things is I just had to delete all my social media accounts. And even I told you guys that I had to say goodbye to you guys, and it's been rough. And it's not just that, and I've been so much situations after I deleted all my videos and even all my social media accounts. And even like on October, everything was just very quiet and everything. And even I had to work different jobs. And the worst part is, I even told my parents the truth that I've been going through about my past, even about like when back in 2007, I was still young, like 9. And one of the most things I knew, my uncle, who is part of my mom's side, was abused me, touched me. I felt scared, sad, and I felt quiet for the last like 15 years. And I didn't even tell my parents about it, but then when I picked them up from the airport, I told them the truth about what was going on. And even I wrote down a confession about what was going on. I even told my brothers about it. And it was so much, like they just say that I paid, but I didn't even tell them because I didn't say anything because I was too young. I just had like a bad like learning disability, or even like I didn't even know much about it at a young age. And the worst part is that like I didn't even tell, and truly I stopped talking to my parents. I didn't have a very good relationship with them in the last 3 years. The reason why, because I maxed out all my credit cards, and I've been going with so much debts, so much with money problems, and so much like I've been trying to find overtime and trying to find better success. It was a really tough years. Even like losing jobs, or even quitting jobs, or even changing different jobs. It was so much. of like bad decisions I've been going through. It was the really worst experience, and even the worst things. I just really feel like I just hate my life, and I've been going through so much. And I always know God helped me not to get through all this bad drama, so much depression, and everything. And then one day, I even got myself a job at a school, and I found some very good people who really understands my story, who really understand my experience, and who really understand my own dreams. And just like I've done was like just before the whole situation going on, I even started to write my own book, and that's how I really wanted to do, and that it motivates me, and that is how I really want to do. Show you guys how it is. So you see, it was so hard going through so much with all this pain, and even I didn't have any good relationship with my parents about what happened. Is like I always learned the mistakes that I've been going through. I shouldn't do like send money by a unknown user who was trying to extort me with so much money, but it was only just $500. I knew I just didn't want to do that again. And even about I was so quiet, didn't tell my parents the truth because I didn't even know nothing about it because of my uncle who abused me so badly. And even I maxed out so much with all that money from college. Didn't turn out very good, and I didn't even expect it was a lot of money there. And even with so much drama about my all the arguing, money, and everything, I just don't want that ever to happen. But when I started working for the school district, I started to get with good people who really understands me and who really have been really nice to me, who are really kind, and they really understand my situation and everything. And I always heard from one day when I went to go do some other stuff before school starts. Everybody really, one of the motivational speakers have always show a lot of stuff, and that's what I did so far is to become not just a writer, a motivational speaker, because a wise man always tells me, and he was a professor from just like 4 years ago when I first attended UTA, and he gave me a message: is if you fail, there's always a chance to bounce back, and that's why I'm writing my book. And what it means is, don't give up on what what you are looking for. Just keep going at all costs. Don't let anybody trying to stop you at what it is. Let your heart and what God helps you out and move on. And that's what I always do. I've been falling from God and falling for everything. And I didn't even tell my parents about it, but I wanted to this message to them and so that everybody can understand what I've been going through. Mom, Dad, Ernesto, Alex, Juanferin, this is a message I really wanted to tell you guys, and it's very important. And Mom, Dad, I know that you guys think like I'm very crazy, and I'm trying to make this message to tell you guys that I know I've made some bad mistakes since 3 years since I left my channel. But I'm trying to do is trying to make better decisions. And I'm trying to do is trying to tell you guys what I really want to do is to become a writer and a motivational speaker. And you just think that it's not going to work, but everybody has their own purpose. And you guys have to understand what it is when it comes to working hard and not even thinking and not even understanding what I've been going through. All I want is have my own purpose and have my own time. I wanted to help a lot of kids. I help a lot of kids who are being bullied, who are going through a lot when it comes to family, when it comes to a lot of situations. I really wanted to do is trying to inspire a lot of students and a lot of kids and teens, a lot of young adults, older elders, and even new young parents to know what I've been going through. And I wanted to do is trying to improve what it is, and I want to prove myself that I'm not a loser, I'm not dumb, I'm not stupid, I am not lazy. I am very, very honest, very kind, very loyal, very good with numbers and good with understandable explanations. All I want is a better life and a better decisions. And all I wanted to do is just show everybody is to not let anything going on. And I'm trying to do is give this a message that I really want is a better inspiration. No matter what I've been going through, and I know you guys don't want just think that I'm saying nonsense, but I'm trying to do is give an honest answer in everything. Even I've been going through a lot of stuff, I really want to do is write my book. And if you guys can change, and all I want is a better time. So you guys, I really wanted to do is I wanted to do is try one more to start all over again. And I wanted to do is like show you guys is never really give up on what you are. And I wanted to do is show you all that I wanted to have a better decision and a better life. And I wanted to do, I'm not going to let any social media get through me, because if I have my own conclusions, I wanted to tell you guys is don't let social media get through you. Be careful of who you're trying to text or who you're following, because it will go through like bad decisions that I've been through. And most of all, if you are very quiet and really want to and really had some troubles going on, always tell your family the truth, and always try and do is take therapy and take a chance to do it. And it's important to know is don't let spending too much goes through you. All I wanted to do is just try and save money and not get so much worry, so much stress. And I want to do is trying to do is have a better life and a better future. So that's how it is. And I hope you guys will see me in one of the videos and you guys will know any updates. So this is the video of my return. And I'm so glad that you guys can see me again. Take care.